That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. PhilsGang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, PhilsGang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
The U.S. consumer is in a really good place right now.
And I would say in the past 8 months, credit scores are actually down about 13 points. The balance on credit cards is at some of the highest levels that we have seen, but particularly with folks that are in the credit band of 600 to 660, they have balances of about $9,000 per person.
The U.S. consumer is in a really good place right now.
Unbelievable, isn't it? The garbage they feed us, just like last week. They labeled last week as a decisive cool down in inflation when it's anything but. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's amazing. There's no cool down in inflation. Take a look at your dollar. There's a good example. If you look at the dollar and you go back to April 24th, 2023, the dollar, they financially engineered it to rally. They want the dollar to rally. Why? Because when the dollar is rallying, that helps the Fed to fight inflation. When the dollar rallies, commodities don't go up. especially oil. And you know, oil is a crusher because oil is in everything we use. Everything from lipstick to plastic bags to tires. So when oil is going up, we have a big problem. And you got wheat and corn, all those things. So the dollar was, they were pushing the dollar up, and they were trying to get, you know, foreigners to come over here and buy our dollars, to keep pushing it higher. That's how they were trying to fight inflation. But there was a problem. They kept on giving us a fake narrative during that rally. If you take that rally from April 26, 2023, up to July 5th, 2023, during that time, it was doing the opposite of what they were saying. So the economy, they said, was getting better. Inflation was contracting. We'd have a soft landing. That's all you hear. But this was a false narrative, all to attract dollars. With strong dollars, you have strong yields. Again, causing commodity prices to drop. That's not what we have right now. Remember, last week, when we had the CPI, just the opposite. The dollar is dropping. So last week they came in and they said, wow, this is cool. Boy, this is decisive. We have a real decisive cool down in inflation. Yet the dollar, take a look at it from July 5th to today. It's going down. That means inflation's going up. That means oil's going higher. Corn, wheat, all our commodities going higher. Now, if we were at, let's say our Federal Reserve rate was at 3%, okay, we could maybe handle that. But this is going to be a second hit. We can't handle a second hit. We're at 5% right now. So that means this is going to take us up to 7% or higher. That's going to crush the economy, crush this market. So they've been masking this whole economy since April 26th by, you know, coming out with that fake narrative to attract dollars, especially from overseas, so that they can keep helping the Fed, you know, keep inflation down. Well, it's not working. It all fell apart on them on July 5th. Take a look at it. You'll see dollars coming down. So what a false narrative we had. It's unbelievable. Now, during the time we were being assured of a contracting inflation and a soft landing, the New York Empire Manufacturing was dropping from 6.6 to 1.1. Manufacturing's in a 14-year low, for God's sakes. So that was going on. Plus, we had everything else going on. We had we had personal bankruptcies up 23%, small business bankruptcies up 111%. And listen to this guy.
So I would say net, things are stable. Small businesses have been able to thrive in this economic environment, of course.
Thrive? When small businesses, for the first 6 months, almost a record 111%. They're up 111%. What's he talking about? See, this is the problem with the fake narrative. This is the problem with the fake business news networks. That's why you can't listen to them. You can't listen to them. Or you continually lose money. Also remember what's going on here. Savings have been dropping. What have they been telling us? We've never seen so much savings. They got so much savings, they don't know what to do with it. No, they don't. Savings been dropping from 32% during the pandemic. Then it leveled off at 8%, which is about an average since 1959. And now it's 2.3%. And then, of course, the bankruptcies have hit us. Now, the prices are dropping for the wrong reasons. Because the consumer doesn't have any money. So there they are lying to us. Now, if the consumer was doing well, and we had a vibrant economy, and like any business, what is your goal? To produce a better product than your competitor, better quality, right, at lower prices. So when prices are going down in a vibrant economy, yeah, you're doing great. But when prices are going down because the banks are tightening money supply, which means simply means they're not making loans. They're not pushing loans out the door. So when the banks don't push loans out the door, that means they're raising rates because they don't want you coming in for a loan. So to discourage you, they raise rates. That means there are more defaults. More defaults. What are they talking about? Everything's so good. So, and now the demand is dropping for goods. Companies, okay, have to set their prices lower, try to bring in more revenue. But that never works. Revenue then starts to decline. Now comes more layoffs. The dollar drops like it's doing right now. Commodities going up. Brings back inflation. But that's not what they're telling us. They're telling, everything's just fine. Not to worry. Everything's fine. Are you kidding? Productivity, remember, has been dropping off since April 26th. Since April 26th. And so we have been seeing just the opposite of what they've been telling us. Just the opposite. So we have seen, it's productivity that drops your prices. See, if you're not producing goods, then prices drop. That's the first thing you do. If you got a lot of inventory, you have to drop the prices to get rid of that inventory. So right now, our productivity is horrible. Horrible. So we have prices dropping. That's a big problem. Because the majority, now remember this, not only do we have prices dropping, and the consumer, he's not buying stuff. He's tapped out with his credit card. He's tapped out of his 401k. He's taking money from there. He's taking money from equity in his home. So inflation is going up. It's going up. So inflation, once again, is going to override wages. And that, remember, higher inflation reduces purchasing power. So everything they're telling you is not the truth. Everything they told you last Wednesday has been a lie.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
You are starting to see green shoots in terms of the equity markets were up 8% in the second quarter. You have credit spreads are tighter, and you have underwriting and M&A starting to improve. So
unbelievable. Green shoots. Wait a minute, has she forgotten? The S&P and the NASDAQ, the only reason they're up, they're being driven by the Magnificent Seven stocks. The NASDAQ and the S&P both have those same 7 stocks. The NASDAQ, remember, the big rally they're having, 60% of those of the NASDAQ have negative earnings. They're not making money. Negative earnings. But nobody cares, especially the tourists. They still jump in and keep buying the same stocks over and over. We're in the same stocks. But the difference is we'll know when they're ready to turn. We'll know when money is coming out. We'll know when the institutions are pulling their money out. I mean, do you really believe that the institutions are going to stay in these same stocks, those same Magnificent Seven stocks? I mean, when you got an average PE ratio of 31, you really think institutions are going to pay $31 for every $1 of earnings? What are you, nuts? This is just momentum, just plain momentum. And And the momentum is going to stop, and it's going to catch everybody except us. We'll be short. Remember, we went from the tech stocks. We bought those tech stocks in January. Actually, we started in December 2022, then into 2023, January, February, March. We caught those early. And then those tech stocks were up anywhere from 40% to 150%. These stocks were crazy. They're still crazy. But they're going to drop big, huge. When the big institutions start pulling their bids out, they're going to drop. And you got to be prepared for that. Now, we've taken money out of our tech stocks, and we moved it. The first thing we moved it over to was our travel stocks. We bought cruise lines. We bought CCO. We bought Norwegian. We bought American Airlines, Alaskan Airlines. Those were up about an average of 40%. Then we took money from those. And then we moved those over to, I think next was the oil stocks. And oil stocks, we got into those when nobody wanted them. We caught the short covering rally. And those stocks are up about 20%, 10 to 20%. 10 to 20. So we're always have our money working and rotating, and we just don't stay in because this whole thing is going to collapse. But we're always in the market, but we're always rotating. That's what you got to learn how to do, rotate, and then make sure you know how to sell short. Because remember what's happening here, and they're not telling you the truth. There's no advantage to tell you the truth. Because you know how many 401ks they have? They're not going to tell the people in 401ks that they're going to lose 40% of their money. I mean, think about it. I was talking again, my gang today when we were in class. We were talking about, we picked out one stock that we had, and it went up like 27% within a week or two. And I said, can you imagine why on earth would anybody be in a 401k and they would never make 15 or 20% in a whole year, which we make that several times during the year. But then everybody says, well, but I got matched. I'm being matched. You know, that was the biggest con job. They could not sell a 401k until they came up with that scam. And it's a scam because what you don't see on the other side is all the hidden fees. There's 32 hidden fees. You also don't see what the CEO does. He and the mutual fund company, how they screw you. So, no, you're not getting a true match, not at all. You think you are. It looks like you are, feels like you are. But on the other side, what you don't see is stealing from you with 32 hidden fees. And then also, don't forget, when you go and you get a brand new job, they figure in that job, when they know they're going to give you a 401k and they're going to do a match. So a job was posted at $85,000. They sometimes will drop that job to, they'll set it off at 65 or 70. So it's just, people are caught with it. And they just believe they're going to be rich with a 401k. It's not going to happen. And a 401k, if it was any good, they'd let you short it, but they don't allow you to sell short. So when you get this crash going, and this is going to be a hell of a crash, because remember what's going on right now. Remember what's going on. The CPI, inflation, they told you was a good thing that was dropping. Go look at the dollar. I'm begging you. UUP's the symbol. Go look when they're rallying the dollar, that they started to rally it on April 26th. April 26th, use up to July 5th. That's just right before it started the crash. When the dollar is going up, remember, they were trying to attract dollars. They were trying to get European money, come over here and buy our dollars, dump euros and buy our dollars. That way there, when you keep buying dollars, it helps the Fed. Because when you're buying dollars, then your commodities go down. The prices go down. So everybody benefits. But it was fake. It was all fake. And now, look what's happening. The day they said, it was Wednesday, last Wednesday, they come out and said, boy, this is good. Look at this. Wow, inflation's finally coming down. But they're lying to you because it's not coming down. If the dollar was still going up last Wednesday, the dollar was going up, then I'm with them.
But the dollar was going down, so it's a bold-faced lie. Because the only one thing can happen when the dollar's going down, another round of inflation. Because everything costs more. Look at oil, how oil's going up. All the commodities go up. So how can they sit there and say, oh, wow, this is great, look at this. Finally, we got inflation under control. No, you don't. You know, it's just as bad as Yellen comes out and starts talking about how she's not concerned about the recent inflation data from China. What the hell's wrong with her? What happens to China happens to us. More on that. Join our gang. Free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. Now, listen, this is Steve here at philsgang.com, and I just, sometimes you want to go out and you want to hand your money to a stockbroker and say, hey, can you invest my money for me? Because I don't have time to, take care of this. I don't really know what I'm doing. And, of course, the broker is going to be like, sure, I'll take care of that for you, no problem. And that's great, right? Because it gives you like a bit of freedom and some luxury in your life. However, what happens is they take your account, they shuffle it down under a pile of about 500 people, and then the stock market goes into a crash. And guess what? Your account, your broker who was going to help you, has you at the bottom of that pile, and now they're not going to help you until the market has finally crashed and you've lost almost half of everything that you've worked so hard to gain. If you want to find out how to do that on your own and not deal with the stockbrokers, philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com. Give us a call at 877-600-4264. We'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
All right, Steve. We're talking about the banks, and there's no question the market is going to crash. It's going to be about a 50% drop, probably be October, November. The market has been delayed because they financially engineered the 10-year and the 2-year Treasury, so they'd be inverted. Remember, when you invert, you have an inversion of the 10 and 2. It identifies for you that a recession, you're going to have a recession, no question about it. But what they don't tell you is also you have a reprieve where you first get a rally, because the 10-year and the 2-year, okay, they're going down. That will prop up your stock market. So if you just put, again, just take the Wilshire, okay, 5,000, which are all your public companies, put against that the 10-year and 2-year, and you'll see that the line is going down. Okay, the 10 and 2 years going down, and you can see right now all the public companies are kind of going sideways, but they haven't crashed yet. That's because it takes anywhere from 12 months to 18 months for every quarter point rate hike to have an effect on the economy. So it takes time. So just because the inversion, okay, of the 10 and 2 year are happening and the market's not crashing, you say, oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you can see where the setup is getting closer and closer for that to happen. For God's sakes. When you see where they have to virtually come out and lie, okay, and tell you that, things are really good. It looks like we got inflation under control. Remember when they said that, they had 5 days of evidence, okay, more than 5 days of evidence, where the dollar was starting to collapse. And with the dollar collapsing, That's evidence that we're going to get another bout of inflation, big inflation. And we're not going to be able to handle it because we're already at, the Fed rate is already at 5%. You add on another 3-4%, that's going to just kill this economy. But for us, it's fine because we're just going to short. For our gang members, we'll just short. That's all. Now, another thing we have going on, we can see why the crash is coming. Take a look at the banks. If you look at the banks, when they reported last week, the first three banks, what happened? Take a look at Citi. They rallied and came right back down. Even J.P. Morgan, which is the strongest, which we own, okay, rallied, came back down. Now it's up today, but it's the only bank. That's Jamie Dimon. It's the only bank that's going up. Okay, that's a solid bank. The stock is going up, I should say. Goldman Sachs, okay, the stock's going up, but guess what? You don't have enough buyers. There's just not enough buyers in that stock. You can see it on our Pro 2 color-coded chart. It's still red. You take a look at what happened with Morgan Stanley. Same thing. It rallied, and then it came right down. It's still down today. So the banks are not performing. And why would they perform? It's over for the banks. It's over for them. Because, again, remember, the banks right now, their default rate is going to go through the roof. And for the regional banks, the commercial loans are going to go through the roof as far as defaults. And the other thing that people don't realize, from 2009, the low of 2009 to where we are today, they put $2.2 trillion of QE into this market to have an artificial rally, to have 7 stocks drive the market up. They put $2.2 trillion printed money, quantitative easing. That's what they injected in 2008, 2009 to where we are today. But now take a look at the valuations of these stocks. They're insane. Now, we don't sit back and not buy these stocks, but we bought these stocks early. And that's what you got to learn how to do. When do you buy them? That's what we'll teach you. When do you sell them short? That's the key right there. Then it doesn't matter to you what's going on. But if you look right now, the other stocks that if you, like all year, let me pull these up here for you. Okay, so you got your bank stocks are getting weaker and weaker because the banks are not, remember, they're not taking risk anymore. They're not taking risk. They're not giving out loans. If they give you a loan, they want your firstborn over the weekend in the vault. They're not risk takers anymore, the banks. So right now, the banks, they're not growing. And the banks, when you're not putting out money supply, and when you hear the word money supply, all that means is loans. When they stop banks from pushing money out the door, the whole economy stops. And that's what's happening. Our economy is stopping. We're not growing. We're not growing because again, the banks, once we had that $2.2 trillion, that's gone now, that moved the stocks up, the 7 stocks that drove this whole stock market. Remember, it drove the S&P 540%. It drove the NASDAQ 1,200%. These 7 stocks, they're so overpriced, so overvalued, and you still have people going in and buying these stocks today. They didn't buy them when we bought them, January, February, March, when nobody wanted them. Gold miners. It's going to be this biggest one. If you look at gold alone is outperforming every sector. It's outperforming the NASDAQ. It's outperformed all year the NASDAQ. It's outperformed the S&P. It's outperformed the banks. It's outperformed them all. And when this market goes into a deep dive, which it's going to, because you can't, just common sense tells you can't have 7 stocks holding up 5,000 stocks. And that's what we're doing right now. This is insane. You think the crash of 2008, 2009 was something. That's not going to be, it's nothing compared to what we're going to see. But you know what? The big boys that run everything, that's what they do. They create bubbles. This is a big bubble they created. They're bubble makers. They created the dot-com bubble. They created the housing bubble. This is the QE bubble. And they're going to make a ton of money when they pop the bubble on the way back down, while you people in 401ks are going to sit there, call your broker every day. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, all right, we're going to take a look at your portfolio, and maybe we'll make some adjustments. No, you're dead. You're dead, dead, dead. You can't do anything. It's going to take you down. In 2022, you lost 23%. My guess by the end of 2023, about 50%. So please, again, understand how to sell short, understand how the market works. Come to Phil's Gang. Sign up free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
In making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Consumers across all income levels have money. They've got 50% more, essentially, than they did pre-pandemic.
That's just a total lie. The only one that has money is the 1/100 of 1%. And even the 1 percentile are struggling. That's right. What she's saying is a bold-faced lie. Because we track savings. And savings are at 2.3%. They've been averaging about 8% since 1959. Then the pandemic hit, and they got all those stimulus checks, and they stayed in their house. The savings went up to 30%, and they've blown through that. Now they're blowing through their 401k. They're blowing through their home equity. Debt is incredible. I mean, they have record debt. I mean, you got $17 trillion in household debt. I mean, my Lord, the debt they have, just credit card debt alone. And as I said, if they had so much money, then why is it that personal bankruptcies are up 23% for the first 6 months of this year and small business bankruptcies up 111%? They're just lying. Same thing, they're lying about wages. They're telling us that wages now are surpassing inflation. The true inflation is probably 11%. But let's get back to, I just told my members that right now, I'm telling you it's going to happen. Everybody's going to be running to gold. Now, we've been into gold mining stocks. We got in early. We started with swing trades on AU, GDX, GLD. And GDX now, that's an ETF for the miners. Okay, it's just setting up perfect, just turning green on our Pro 2, which means institution money is coming in. It's around $32, setting up nicely. And now, again, if you're not a member, I don't want you buying this. I see this all the time. Somebody too cheap, they don't want to join the gang, but they wait for me to say something on the radio here or on my podcast, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, YouTube, and then they run with it. Well, where are you running to? You can't get a hold of me, and I can't get a hold of you. Things change overnight. So if people lose money, all of a sudden I'll read online, I listened to Phil Grandy, I lost money. Well, why don't you tell them the truth? Why don't you tell them the other half? You're too cheap to join a gang, right? You got a little stingy, and then you went out and you bought a stock, and you had no idea what you were doing. And just because like right now, GDX is setting up. GDX could go up probably at least from where it is now. We're at 32. It may go up to around 38. Let's say 36. That's about what? That's about 12%. 32 to 36, something like that. 12% gain. So there's a good, easy 12% in here. It's setting up what we call our sweet spot. But if you're not a gang member, don't do it because I can't help you. Steve can't help you. Will can't help you. You're not a gang member. Things change overnight. But the miners, and this one's a beautiful one because this just got above the 50-day moving average. And we just sent out an alert to our gang. But our gang's with us, so we're going to be able to guide them all the way through. So if you want to be part of this would be ideal for you to join the next 10 days. It's free. And why don't you follow us on GDX and you see how we do it. And it works, okay? You got to stop listening to these jibber-jabbers. I mean, what they did last Wednesday to claim that inflation, okay, we now have it's decisive. Okay, that inflation is coming down. This is a bold-faced lie. Inflation is going to get much worse. And that's why you're starting to see the miners
going up. See, not as many people are going to go buy Coca-Cola to protect themselves. See, there's no place to hide. When this market finally crashes, and this market's going to drop between 50 and 60%, you think I'm kidding? Just think common sense. They had to print $2.2 trillion to drive the S&P up 500%. And they used 7 tech stocks to do it. And the NASDAQ, they did the same thing, the same 7 stocks. That's it. 7 stocks are driving up 5,000 public companies. If it wasn't for those 7 stocks, are you kidding me? But it's over for these 7 stocks. It's over. I mean, we still have the tourists coming in buying. They don't know what the hell they're doing. But when you look at the valuations of these stocks, all you got, those stocks are going to be fantastic shorts. Fantastic shorts. They're going to go down 10 times faster than they came up. And if you just know how to spot a short position, they're called a lower high, making a lower high, watching your volume, we'll catch them. So we're going to catch our gold on the way up, which we already started, and we're going to catch these tech stocks, okay, that are setting up, just like we're doing right now. We shorted NCLH, Norwegian, right? We did a swing trade on it. We did a swing trade on short CCL, and we did a swing trade on AAL, short, and ALK. And we've had these for a long time. Those stocks are up big. Matter of fact, our ALK is up probably, give me a number, 42 to about, we took some profits right around 58, 42 to 58, and 38%. Now it's pulling back to 52, but don't get out of the stock as it's pulling back, because our chart showing us it's still green. If it turned red, it would tell us it's pulling back because institutions are pulling money out. No. All that is profit taking. See, you got to know when a stock pulls back. How many people, you're in a good stock, starts pulling back, you go, get me out, get me out. And as soon as you get out, it goes right back up. And you say, oh, every time I get into a stock, it goes down. Every time I get out, it goes up, because you don't know what you're doing. When a stock pulls back, especially if it's a very successful stock like our ALK, when it pulls back, that's profit taking. There's a big difference between profit taking and selling. You know when it's going to be selling when it rallies again, and let's say the high on this stock, on our Alaskan Airlines, the high was around $57. Well, now if it rallies up to around 56 and stops, comes back down, and it takes out today's low, which is 52, and then rallies again and makes a third low, you got a wonderful short. And that's going to drop about 15, 20%. It's easy to do. Shorting is so easy. But they put the fear of you, fear of God in you about short. Don't short, you're going to lose all your money. Just the opposite. If you don't short, you lose all your money, especially 401ks. The other thing is, as I said, the bank stocks, if you're following right now, you should be in the bank stocks, you should be in the oil stocks, and you should be in the bank and oil and the gold. And the other thing we're looking to short are the builders. We've been long PHM. We got in PHM 2 different times. That's a builder. PHM, we got into PHM early on. Okay, we got into PHM, it was around April. It was around April, I think it was around April 6th, somewhere in that area. That was about $57. Now it's $81. Then we got in again around $76. Yeah, so we got about 40% the first time. Then we got in again, which we're in now. But these stocks, just like last time, these are the last stocks to go down, the builders. So if you join the gang, we don't want you to join the gang to buy these. It's too late. But boy, you join the gang, just like you're going to catch gold going up, and you're going to catch these builders collapsing. See, the only reason why these builders keep going up, because they're delayed about a year. Delayed. Because remember, when you go buy a new home and you get a contract, they can't book that as profits until that house closes, okay? Till it actually closed and done. So sometimes it takes a year, year and a half, so there's a big lag. That's why they keep going up. That's why we're still in PHM. But eventually, you're going to see a lower high on this. You're going to see the volume the buying volume go away, and you're going to see these builders just collapse, okay? And you want to learn how to short to get these builders to collapse. So you want to learn how to go along with the gold stocks, because nobody's going to be safe going into, everybody used to go into Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson and Budweiser and Kellogg. Those days are over. You know where most of those people are running to now that used to go in Coca-Cola? They're in Meta, NVIDIA. That's how dangerous they've gotten, these tourists. These tourists have gotten so dangerous that they don't think these stocks can ever come down again. Isn't that crazy? All right, go to my site, philsgang.com, and join tonight. You got 10 days free. You have 10 days, you'll understand how the market works. That's the big thing. And you'll also understand how to short a stock. All we ask, if you don't stay with us after 10 days and you're making money, help the kids at St. Jude, okay? All right, join the gang. Go to philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.